Kai Trump makes feelings clear on Caitlin Clark ahead of unlikely crossover. Former Iowa Hawkeyes star Caitlin Clark is credited by many for forever changing the trajectory of women's basketball and its popularity. At the conclusion of her 4-year career, Clark departed college basketball as its all-time leading scorer, while also being the catalyst for record viewership during the NCAA Tournament Championship in 2023-24, attracting as many as 24 million viewers. With Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Bueckers now in the WNBA, college basketball is looking for its next superstar to step up. USC's Juju Watkins has the skill set to fill the void, but is out for the season as she recovers from a knee injury. UCLA's Lauren Betts may be as dominant a player in the country, but she doesn't have a flashy game, while Olivia Miles at TCU doesn't seem to get the attention she deserves despite being as flashy as anyone. However, heading into this season, much of the buzz around the sport's next Caitlin Clark centered around Oklahoma freshman and 2025 number 1 overall recruit, Aaliyah Chavez. Chavez was given the title by outlets such as ESPN and The Washington Post, and even former Oklahoma star and NBA All-Star Trae Young hopped on the bandwagon. With reports indicating that she'd make $1.5 million per year, Chavez has certainly not lived up to the hype through her first 2 games. In the number 6 Sooners' 73-59 loss to number 3 UCLA on Monday, Chavez got into quick foul trouble and struggled to find her shot. She shot just 4 of 16, 25% from the field and 1 of 4, 25% from 3. She hasn't had any turnover issues through 2 games, but as a prospect she was renowned for her scoring, and it simply hasn't translated yet. Chavez is averaging 13.5 points, 4.0 rebounds and 4.0 assists on 26.5% shooting from the field and 16.7% from deep. The season is still extremely young, and she'll have plenty of chances to turn things around. However, to say that the expectations for Chavez weren't as high as those of anyone in the country would be untrue. With that being said, Oklahoma head coach Jenny Baranczyk is still giving Chavez time to grow, as she explained to OU Daily. "I'm not looking at her to lead us to the promised land on a Monday night in Sacramento," Baranczyk said. "I'm looking at her to make sure that she continues to get better, and she continues to learn. And she just brings that confidence and just brings her game." The Sooners, 1-1, will host Kansas City, 1-1, on Wednesday in a game that will tip at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and air on the SEC Network. Golf Channel to air Caitlin Clark LPGA Pro-Am round live. The television draw of Caitlin Clark transcends basketball. At least that's what the folks over at Golf Channel are hoping for on Wednesday. The Indiana Fever star will tee it up at the LPGA's The Annika Pro-Am later this week, and Golf Channel will provide live on-site coverage of her round, according to Richard Deitch of The Athletic. Clark will be paired with world number 2 Nelly Korda, who has won 3 of the last 4 Annika tournaments. Coverage will begin at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. It is the second consecutive year that Golf Channel has opted to cover Clark's Pro-Am round live. Last year she was paired with Korda on the front 9, and the tournament's namesake legendary golfer Annika Sorenstam on the back 9. Per The Athletic, Golf Channel will have live interviews throughout Clark's round featuring Fever teammates Lexi Hull and Sophie Cunningham, the latter of whom is Clark's caddy for the event. The network will also do some cross-promotion as it prepares to be spun off into Versant officially in January. Kate Scott, who was recently announced as USA Network's lead WNBA play-by-play announcer and will call WNBA Finals games next season, will join the broadcast in studio on Wednesday. On Thursday, 18-year-old Kai Trump, the granddaughter of President Donald Trump, will tee off in her first official LPGA Tour event, not the Pro-Am, on a sponsor's exemption to the Annika. Between Clark and Trump, there will be plenty of spotlight on the LPGA Tour this week, and Golf Channel will be covering it all.